Okay, hello everyone. Just really scrambling to catch up on this game that's already started. I should still be in the first round though. We have the Disco World Cup 2019, another round two game. This time we have Scotland playing Unicorn versus Italy playing Crane. I will get to deck lists and stuff like that hopefully somewhere in a break there. I'm just going to scramble to catch up a little bit here. Might be better to show up the deck lists when more people are viewing too. Okay, so catching up here, we have Uji, the much dreaded, very powerful Uji from the new Crane pack, being purchased by Crane, and Tetsuko, also an excellent character. I dabble in Unicorn from time to time, and Tetsuko is definitely my favorite character. She is so good. Um, we also see an honored Uji through Way of the Crane enabled the one cost Brash Samurai. He's so fair balanced. This Uji fella. But he is only with 2 Fate, although most Unicorn games are aiming to go pretty quick, so he might last the whole game. Sometimes, certainly you want to see him with, well, less Fate rather than more, of course. And we also get a completely free um, Awasaka Pupil, which is a very interesting new card from the set, where everybody draws 2 less cards. There was a Gossip on charge, so lots of action so far. Um, from Honor Bids, but he was purchased after the bids, after 2 5 bids. So, but the existence of this card in the deck makes me believe that maybe this is some sort of card denial deck with maybe letters from the daimyo and stuff like that. Let's find out. I'm gonna try to dig up the card lists here. Okay. Sorry, chat. Sometimes I get the chat scrolled, not auto scrolling on me. Tetsuko is going to go on the attack, as she is very good at. That's when the tax comes in. You definitely don't want to be forced to defend with her. She's heading it. Will she find? I mean, of course, Magistrate Station is just a rough drop now. I'm sure Robbie or Scotland was hoping to find Ichi Wayfinder to drop and take a peek as to what potential madness on the very powerful Crane row. Oh, chosen to pass their conflict opportunity. So the Brash Samurai is going to head in. I mean, I understand it. You don't want to flip Magistrate. That can just be game losing at this point. But at the same time, I don't know if you really want to defend with Tetsuko. So, although Heading Magistrate, yeah, you'd have to break it. It's awfully tough to break with a 10 military strength Uji. This is looking very bad for the Crane here. They have to find a lot of curved blades or that Nagui to push away the Uji to win any military conflicts. Sorry, a little bit of sound as I try to grab the deck list and put them up. So the Brash Samurai chooses to honor himself, opting for the break and not worrying too much about his hand. The hand is revealed. Caster's best friend. This mouse wheel on Firefox drives me a little crazy. Get a bonsai, court games, letter from the daimyo. So looks like it is going to be some sort of a hand denial the neck with another new card. Noble Sack and Way of the Crane. Oof, that Noble Sack is. Man, I think Unicorn has to take the Fire Ring military here just to take it off the table because the Tetsuko could be Noble Sacked. I'll let go and gets rid of the bonsai. So opts not to get rid of the Noble Sack. So I guess he has a plan for that. Assassination is discarded at random from the Earth Ring. Let's see. So if there's a game of Sadane or something like that, he could also get dishonored. There are 2 Noble Sacks in the there's 2 Spies of Court and 3 letters from the daimyo in this deck, along with 3 Paragon of Grace. So that's like along with 3 Policy Debates. So lots of opportunities to chuck cards from the hand. We get face. Oh, Shameful Display. Oof. I don't know if Tetsuko has an answer here. We could Crane could be even a larger advantage here if he's able to get off this noble sack. Well, let's see how it goes for Unicorn. Okay, we have. Can people in chat still see the video and hear me? I know the window I'm watching for chat and stuff. Actually, my chat is supposed to. I was testing out my overlay for Twitch chat. Doesn't seem to be showing what it's supposed to show. Interesting. Oh no, there it is at the bottom. Okay, we'll see how it works. It's my first time doing it. I figured it's about time I went and hit it. Oh good, audio and video good. Okay, good. So it's just on my side. We see a Shinjo Ambusher dropped, which interesting. So Crane, sorry, I looked away to try to check on that. And Crane passed. They didn't use the. I mean, he has one fate for the noble sack. I find that very interesting because no defend the honor possibilities or any way to cancel that noble sack. So, okay, so we see a hand to hand to get rid of the fine katana, which. Okay, so I think Unicorn dodged a bullet there. We shall see. We see a bonsai coming down, granting 4 additional skill to Tetsuko. Oh, the noble sack, of course. The noble sack would have to wait because of the 1 cost. Ah, yes, duh. I just finished talking about how great Tsuko is. He can't actually afford it. Tsuko saves her own life. She doesn't need anyone else. She is the hero and the heroine and the damsel in distress all at once. And we see a spoils of war. So no break there. I'm sure Unicorn would like to do that, but they do get to activate their box, and they do get the win there on the Void Ring. So hastening the departure of that Uji, which I'm sure they don't mind. Although Uji is already 2 fate worth of value through. It's kind of small, eh? And not a great spot. I'm going to have to look at moving that up and over. I'll make some notes for myself to try to get this text chat overlay. There, so I might, apologize for the typing noises while I do that. Can I do that in real time without causing too much trouble? Yeah, it's kind of over top of the cards and stuff. It's just not in a great spot. Okay, how about there? Hopefully that adjusts. I'll have to go to the experts, the PMittens and stuff of the world to see what settings they're using for their chat overlay. Yeah, it is. Oh, and the text box is too small. Yeah, I'll have to go to Steamlabs to fix that. I wanted to try to make the text a little smaller to try to fit more of it in, but maybe that was a mistake. Okay, so we see the pupil heading back, hits Manicure Gardens militarily. The Wayfinder is dropped in response. Sees Magistrate Station. Okay. Obviously, he has to win the Fire Ring. Yeah, he didn't take the Fire Ring, so the Fire Ring Noble Sack play is still a potential here. It's a military conflict. Unicorn has a lot of military tricks. He knows the hand of the. I don't think there's any other. There's a let go. Nope. Way the Crane. Nope. So there's no other military pump here. And we have a second bonsai going down the Wayfinders to block the. So unless something came off that Earth Ring, because I don't think he saw the Earth Ring results. There's 1 card in the hand that's unknown to the Unicorn at this point. Okay, maybe I can... Yeah, I'll have to... I can either get rid of it if it's just completely useless to people and annoying and try to fix it up later, or I'll have to later go in and try to adjust the pixel size. Okay. Okay. So it came up. Cool. Okay, and that's the end of round one. No breaks for Unicorn, which is not something they're looking for, but it was a pretty good round overall. They got that Uji down to no fate. So, you know, Uji for 2 rounds, dealing with Uji for 2 rounds is a lot better than dealing with Uji for any more than 2 rounds. I bet he keeps, we see Dayu get chucked. Oh, he keeps the pupil, I guess, to buy him cheap. I almost would have attempted to sweep entirely for a Uji dupe. There, just keeping on the board is so good. Yeah, a lot of cards got burned for no province breaks. You're right. Although, yeah, Uji's going to certainly will consider to continue to get the Uji discount on things here, so that'll even up. But Fate and board, Unicorn's actually up. But you're right, they haven't broken anything, and Crane still has their really awesome board, awesome province row to deal with. Oh yeah, Sutron or Ronnie pointing out that should have bought the pupil at the end. Yeah, after the Fate phase. The that's kind of like the journeyman master crane sort of move when you get, or at least post crane pack when you get used to using Uji to do that to clear out another spot in your row. There's literally like no downside to it. I'm not a crane player, so take that with a grain of salt, but seems like it. Okay, so we do see the pupil bot, and then a lot of fate banked. There is crane drops to a bit of 1 on the unicorn. They had a 1 card advantage. Interesting. They decided they want to put honor pressure on, like a dual pressure thing. Their head breaks. I'm not. Oh, because the pupil was bought. Okay, that was an interesting situation. Sorry, I'm not used to people either, and I guess Robbie may not be because he bid 5, of which I guess that gives you 3 cards instead of 1. But it's a pretty strong signal that your opponent might go 1 there. So yeah, so he only got 3 cards, and he had to give up 4 honor. That was very costly. I think that's just you rarely see pupil, so pupil might catch people on that a lot. Comes in for a 1 political poke air ring. Makes sense. There's not a lot of answer here. No defense. I guess there's always yurts. Unicorn always has yurts. Now, Uji can buy a Yoshi into this to just crunch this province. I mean, clearly, yeah, it doesn't have favor, whatnot, but if he wanted to, he could, with the additional fate, go Uji up to 4. Okay, so he buys, I mean, Yoshi. He buys Yoshi with 2. Uji gives you a lot of flexibility, doesn't he? While, like, at 8 strength military, shutting down a lot of military might coming down the other way. He can, oh, it's only triggered abilities for the dojo, so he can't blank. Yeah, he can't blank Tetsuko or anything like that, but. Okay. Down goes Manicured. Hard. Sorry guys, I got the deck list links, but I don't want to pop away right now to try to copy them over to Firefox and show them things like that. I think the rows, row is definitely fairly standard for Crane, although they went Upholding Authority over Manicured, and they have Midnight Revels probably on the box. And yeah, and the Unicorn one is what you would think: Manicured Garden, Upholding Authority, Cans or do Pilgrimage and Midnight Revels. Well, actually no. Is Pilgrimage? Yeah, I think Pilgrimage is more popular than Shameful, but I'm not entirely sure for the Keeper Water. Okay, we see Tetsuko and the youth heading on in. Now, the first conflict wasn't military. I mean, obviously, it was much easier to win that political conflict. So at least the youth will have the pump. So we'll have a six force rolling on down. along with the, or 7 with the favor with the Tetsuko attacks. Opting not for Shameful, because, well, the Noble Sack's still in hand. So Uji could give a final finger to Unicorn on the way out. So he has to go poke for something. He does know where Magistrate is, so he opts to, because the Ichi Wayfinder found it last turn. So he's opting to attack Magistrate Station. Interesting. I mean, he can play 2 cards, or, well, 2 fate worth of cards, but a Duelist Training would be a real problem here. Things like that. So Unicorn must have something where they're confident that this is going to break. Otherwise, this attack really does nothing, because Uji will just stand right back up in the exact same situation. And he has the favorable ground as well. So if he gets to a break, the favorable ground is going to pull out. Oh no, he's going Water Ring. So someone help. Okay, we're going to get to see what Unicorn has in his hand here. As a policy debate comes down, and clearly there's no winning this for Unicorn. Cav reserves, charge, hand to hand, Shimu Ambusher, Explosive War, Strength in Numbers. Okay, so Strength in Number, I mean, he's got enough events there that Crane would have to have a lot of cancels to get around this, although Strength in Numbers is countered by the Favorable Ground. So charge and Cav reserves would probably be what he's thinking, and the Fine Katana. It's a lot, and the Shinu Ambusher as well. So he can put a lot of strength into this, but now, so the Cav reserves is gone. Okay. So we have the charge and the Master of Swift Waves. We have a Fine Katana and a Shinjo Ambusher to pump militarily, given that the strength of numbers is kind of dead with the Favorable in hand. Okay, so one's being paid for something. A charge? Oh, the policy debate cost 1. Okay, so yeah, so you can only play 1 more card. So we see a charge of the Swift Waves. So given the tax, I can't play Duelist Training, so okay, in moves Yoshi. Is Yoshi gonna for shame somebody? I mean, 1 for shame's not gonna do much, is it? But now he can strengthen numbers the Uji if he really has to. I don't think he's gonna have to. Okay, so Uji comes in. I wonder what's gonna happen here. Oh, honor Uji with the dojo. Yes, thanks, Ron. Yeah, there's our in Toronto's resident Crane master, master of the haughty insult, as it were, to let us know that yeah, he can dojo honor Yoshi, which is definitely a really good or an okay outcome for losing your magistrate. So the Fine Katana goes down, and the dojo is free around Tetsuko attacks, so that's good. Looks like Crane will not have favor next turn, is my guess as well, given they have 1 fate. Yeah, stations break in. Crane down to 4 cards and 3 honor. Yeah, it's yurt time. It's time for yurtin. So we can stand up Yoshi. Yeah, if we stand up Yoshi with Magistrate Station, then we're back to no break again. Shinjo Ambusher comes down. Shinjo Ambusher comes down. Heads up play by Robbie. So now the Magistrate Station can't be used to stand up. I mean, both players knew that the Ambusher was in hand and whatnot, so I'm sure Crane was thinking, given unless a mistake by their excellent opponent, which was unlikely, that yeah, Yoshi was going to remain bowed and just come out honored because of this. But it is the forcing of another card and fate out of Unicorn's hand when they didn't necessarily need to break it. Well, they did, or else they wouldn't have broke, but still. Now they're over by 6. Oh, Bonsai is... Oh, he's... Okay, so we see a Bonsai on Uji, but... Yep. So Crane is going to have to come up with 1 more. So close, yet so far. He's used the charge, he's used the katana, he's used the ambusher. So he could attempt to strengthen numbers, which would give up a break on his own side. We see the switch. Oh, interesting. So yeah, Master of Soot Waves does some trickery and switches the itself for the Trailblazer. The Trailblazer, I guess you reacted already from outside the conflict. Yeah, for sure he can do that and gives himself the +1. Ah, neat play. It's a lot. Unicorn can be a lot of fun with all these interactions. Yeah, strength and leveraging Uji out is good, but I'm sure he'd much rather break over top of Uji so Uji doesn't come and break his province back. Like a bowed Uji out of this, and a broken magistrate station, I think is definitely what they want. How many assassinates does Crane run? Oh, no assassinates at all. Oh, that's not my experience. Ronnie's around killing my characters one way or another all day long, so I was a little surprised by the 2 fade on the Trailblazer, but yeah, if your opponent has no assassinate, go for it. Okay, Magistrate Station broken. Spoils of War is played, which it was desperately needed by the Unicorn as they're, let's see, they discarded yet? What did they discard? Discards hand to hand. So they're at 4, so they're still down by a card even after the Spoils of War. But we have the Master of Swift Waves is still standing. Crane has no fate, so he can go back and he has another military and a political. See if the Spoils of War got him a conflict character. No, and the Water's Ring's already taken, so he can go back. All good rings: Fire, Earth, and Void. Fire maybe less so because it's so easy for Crane to hunt it themselves, but certainly Earth and Void very valuable right now. I mean, just try to get this Yoshi off the board before he completely wrecks you. So military to shameful would seem to make a lot of sense to me. Yeah, there's no Chags in the discard. The Cavalry Reserves would have been a Master of the Swift Waves anyway. So would have cost more though at least. And a Nagui. The Nagui might have been a easier break. No, that's fair. He's not giving you those +3 cards, Eric. I agree, but I mean, I suppose you're just really used to having 9 strength political characters. This is a matter of course. Um, I suppose against Unicorn, you really don't need anything more than like 4 strengths or 5 strength from Pilgrimage to break their provinces politically, but because they're not going to defend you really. But certainly less imposing without the favor. It's true. Okay, so Unicorn on a tear this turn to equalize things. Nab that Earth Ring, which brings them ahead in hand size. Honor is definitely a problem for them, but there's always yurts, and there's always a game that ends sooner than they can have to worry about it. So, all right, and that is the end of turn 2. It's true, he's 5 military honored too, which can put a crimp in Unicorn's plan. Though I'm sure that's not how you want to use him, but if only he was a duelist. Come on, Yoshi, get in the gym, hit the gym, start training, get some dueling. Oof. Oh, well, Uji's back a turn late, and we have Yoshi dupes. With 7 fate. I guess given what Unicorn wants to do to you and how quickly it wants to do that, I think Crane's gonna have to buy his road here and maybe dupe some dupes, and then try to hold on because he'd be in a pretty good position economic. Well, 3 fate Yoshi, 2 fate Uji. On the Unicorn side, we have Shono, very deadly in this situation, and Nagui. Both would be good buys. Dayu will be at least +3, and the Youth. So those are all. It's a much better flop for Uni here than it is for Crane, I think. Trying and furthering what they want. I think Crane really wanted a duelist. Yeah, it might have been. Although I think getting a duel on these generally sort of weaker military, but a lot of them Unicorn characters with a duelist would be a good way for Crane to sort of take the momentum back in their favor. We see some dupes on Yoshi, and are we gonna see Uji being bought. Yep, Uji with 2. Okay, that makes sense. Its ability is not relevant right now, or won't be because there's nothing to really buy. Stats are definitely relevant though. And Tetsuko continuing to just be a terror, kind of an understated terror with that continuing tax on anything you play. Well, Ukraine's, man. You dish your seal. But wouldn't a seal of Ukraine be great for Italy right now? We haven't seen any of the, we saw it policy debate, but we haven't seen Spies of Court or the letters from the daimyo and the sort of hand destruction tech. Yeah, Nagui coming in. Nagui is going to be a real problem for Crane. And there, I mean, I guess they could block with the pupil. He would have a chance of not being Nagui'd. Oh, Nagui's staying home as a defensive measure, I guess, to send home any sort of big military attack. Or I guess Nagui's coming in on the secondary attack. The second attack to push away on the stronghold. That makes a lot of sense. So we'll get just 8, a tiny 9 military strings coming in with Tetsuko and youth and no ability to play cards on Crane's side. So. Yeah, I mean, I would imagine it's defend with somebody to make it hard to break, then go back water, and then defend again. Oof, rough situation. I mean, the Crane even has 5. I mean, the Unicorn even has 5 fate. So, I mean, Crane has a longer lasting board, but Unicorn's definitely making a good argument that this game isn't going to go much more than, well, maybe this turn or next turn. So that longer lasting boards may not make any difference. And we have some pretty scary charge targets in Dayu and Shono hanging back. Has to be Yoshi because of strength and numbers. Yeah, that makes sense. That's true. Can't be pushed out. And he knows he has it. I mean, he might have a cancel by now, I assume. I didn't fully double check, but I assume he's on the 3 Voice of Honor. He is. And only 11 cards through the deck, thanks to the 1 bids. So may not have drawn any cancel. He could also gossip it. So he's got, I think, how many gossip? 2 gossip. So 4 cards that I see off the top of my head here that could stop the strength in numbers. And is Unicorn on any? Not on any Defend Your Honor. Oh, they're on 3 Defend Your Honor. I guess that's why. So they're on 3 Defend Your Honor. Only 2 cav reserves. Interesting. So actually, yeah, any cancel could be canceled the other way. Yeah, so relying on the cancel might get you in big trouble. Okay, we're heading into a 6 strength pilgrimage. Blocks with Uji. Which means, yeah, he could get X or lower, so he could get pushed away here. Okay, he duels the Moto Youth to honor himself. Sure, makes sense. So you have an 8 strength. But I think that strength in numbers is gonna come up. Yeah, it's interesting to react with the Trailblazer. He's got no rebuilt Fable Ground or anything like that. Maybe just habit, I guess, because yeah, you definitely want to do it on the next conflict if you're coming in. Spicy Dispatch. That's worth checking. But I see no dispatch. No. Oh. Seems like I just broke my chat overlay. That's just really not working, period. Oh, well, I'll have to get that working at some point. Okay. Okay, we're currently 9 to 8. What is Unicorn going to do? Yep, got the charge. Charge coming in. Are we going to see a cancel? Because you certainly could hand. Nope, there's no cancel for that. I guess that's not leading to breaking, but certainly using Shono's ability, it will. So I imagine if you had a cancel, that would be one of the things you'd want to use it on. Unless you just feel you have to hold it for the... Oh, now that the dojo's been used, he can't... He could have used that on the Shono, I guess, but... So Shono pumps it up to 16 on the unicorn side. So this will be an air ring. So this will definitely... And then Shono will get honored, and blah, 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 taking... Not that dishonor was really that close, given how they're almost on the stronghold, but taking that up probably off the table after the end of this round. That was a new charge, yeah. There's only one charge in the hand when we saw it seemingly way back when. Remember, but there was a Spoils of War and a draw of 1, so he's seen 4 cards since then. So now, Yuji's... Oh, no. We get a win and a break. Sacking of the youth to get the other military conflict. And that's Pilgrimage down. Okay, so... So, I mean, there's 2 captive audiences as well in the Unicorn deck, so you could be facing two attempts, 2 shots at your stronghold militarily. Your stronghold being on the Crane side, Revels. So that is not helpful in this situation at all, since you have all the highest. You got 2 5-costers. So people's going back Earth, no water. Okay, yeah, I was about to say, like, couldn't you really, really want water? So on board, hits Pilgrimage. Loses out on the 50-50 here. With 1 fate, I don't think he could even get high enough. I mean, he has letters from the daimyo, but they cost 1 each. Yeah, I'm pretty sure a no-go. There's no way he's going to get to 5, regardless of what's in his hand. But the Trailblazer blocks. Okay. Just to prevent the honor loss? I mean, I guess you don't want to risk the water ring here. I guess either way, yeah, Kensordu is going to cause a problem as well. I mean, maybe he has military pumps, but he just didn't want to play them into the Tetsuko tax. I don't know. Okay, so Yoshi against Nagui. And Nagui can just hunt Yoshi home. So we'll have to see if Nagui can get up to 5 strength. And given that it's Unicorn, I think it's a pretty good chance that Nagui can somehow get up to 5 strength. Okay, we're heading in Void. We get a Fate from that. Hit Midnight Revels. Block with Yoshi. Conflict character-wise, Crane could drop an Ancient Master. That's really their only odds. They could Ancient Master, and I think they have 1 more Bonsai. Nope, they have no more Bonsais. They have 2 swords. So an Ancient Master with a sword. Oh, okay. Here comes 2nd Cavalry Reserves. So 2 Cavalry Reserves, 2 charges. Spoils of War, it's a good card. So we don't even have to send Yoshi away yet. All that glory, Yoshi. All that glory. And we have a good game from it, at least. Well played by both players. I think Crane came out storming there, putting on a lot of pressure, but Tetsuko Tax was really strong, and he was able to get the cards he needed to break Magistrate Station, and then kind of swing back 2 big turns there for turn 2 and 3. At least saying he's made some enormous mistakes to let it in the wind, possibly. But yeah, I don't know what's in his hand. Okay, well, thanks everybody for joining me. Sorry if the chat overlay just wasn't that useful. Yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Watch as many World Cup games as you can. They're great. They're exciting. Fun to watch.